Hey, welcome back to Reading the Psalms with me. Reading to my grandchildren, where hopefully they will have one day these to listen to Grammy, read scripture to them, read Psalms to them. But I'm so glad when others decide to join along and listen and read with me and my grandkids. We're up to Psalm 99 today. I'm so excited. I'm going to do 99, 100, and 101. And yay for getting past Psalm 100. I don't know. That's a big deal to me. I've been doing this now for well over a year. I think I started it like April or something of 2024. And I just thought I'd zoom right through it. But you know what? You just don't zoom right through this. This takes time. And I don't even know, where does the time go to? I know we had the boys for a week, my two older grandsons, and the whole week before we kind of prepared, then we had them for a week, and the week after getting everything back together after having so much fun, and my house was so quiet, and we just did so many crafts, and oh my goodness, we went so many cool places and just played and played and played. And so I just thought I'd better sit down before I'm going to have a busy week next week, and I just wanted to sit down and read a psalm. And so it's short ones. We're going to read 3 today. And also, I wanted to wear my new fall t-shirt from Seeking Scripture. I will link it in the bottom and comment of the t-shirt shop. Remember, Seeking Scriptures, where I read through the whole Bible every year with a group there, beautiful family of people who read the Bible together every year. And membership will be opening up later in the year if anyone's interested in reading with us. And you can start any day. I mean, you can go to seekingscripture.com and start Genesis 1 any day you want. But we have a Facebook group that we also, a private group that we interact with, and it's a great fellowship. So anyway, I got this cool t-shirt this week. It says, I love the biblical fall most of all, and it has atonement, trumpets, and Sukkot. Don't you just love that pattern with this brown? Now you can get other colors. You don't have to get brown, but I love the brown with this old-timey looking fall. Almost feels like calico. I could just see Laura Ingalls with a little bonnet made out of that print. Anyway, so Sukkot, we had trumpets last week. These trumpets. This week is atonement. And on Thursday is atonement. That's when I remember it. And then next week is Sukkot. Next week, and Pop and I will be going to celebrate that with beautiful friends, family, looking forward to that. But still got time to order any of the fall t-shirts before next week, there's so many. There's just so many great ones. But this is the new one, and I just love it. And like I said, there's many, but this is the new one. There's so many cute ones. So what else before I get reading? These are 3 shorter psalms, so I'm just going to read them together. I don't have to explain too much about them. A few little points I want to make for my grandkids down the road when they're listening. But it's just beautiful psalms, and within these psalms, for you to understand them and really to grasp the psalms. I've always read the Psalms, but then when I finally read the Psalms after reading from Genesis up to the Psalms, all of the Torah, all of the Old Testament before you get to the Psalm, it just made so much more sense. It just made the Psalms come alive. And because there's so much history, and David's so good about in his Psalms, and even the one that Moses has in here, and they reflecting upon history of how good God has been, and gracious and forgiving, and when he brought the Hebrew people out of slavery of Egypt, and when they wandered through the wilderness and the promised land, all of that, a lot of times we'll be reminded in the Psalms, and David does that today. I think, let's see, no, Psalm 99, that's mentioned. And I should have went and pulled up closer. There's so many. It sure sounds a whole lot like David, but I'm not going to say for sure David, because I did not go and look that one up specifically. And I should have, but I didn't. But sure sounds like David. But, so we're going to go to Psalm 99. And also, like I said, when you're reading to hear, when he mentions things, even just like the feast that's in Leviticus 23, you can go to Leviticus 23 and go to, I think, verse 33, and that will start telling you about Sukkot. Now, the other feasts are all in that chapter 2, but when you get to 33, that will start telling you about feast. A lot of, they'll say, Feast of Booths, Tabernacles, Sukkot. I call it Sukkot. I think that's a cool name, and but there's different names for it. All means the same. But I could talk all day, and we could talk about it, but I don't want to. I want anyone that's listening. I do talk with my grandchildren, of course, about it, but I want you to read it from the scripture and not from me. So go back to Leviticus 23 if you're interested in what we're talking about. I'm talking about here, because it's just, I can't keep them just like we do the best, and to remember them, because they're such beautiful foreshadowing of our Messiah. So I have to stop, or I'll just keep talking about Sukkot. So we're up to Psalm 99. Come read with me. Thank you for being here. The Lord reigns. Let the people tremble. He sits enthroned upon the cherubim like the earthquake. The Lord is great in Zion. He's exalted over all the peoples. Let them praise your great and awesome name. Holy is he. The king in his might loves justice. You have established equity. You have executed justice and righteousness in Jacob. Exalt the Lord our God. Worship at his footstool. Holy is he. Moses and Aaron were among his priests. Samuel also was among those who called upon his name. In the pillar of the cloud he spoke to them. They kept his testimonies and the statute that he gave them. O Lord our God, you answered them. You were a forgiving God to them, but an avenger of their wrongdoings. Exalt the Lord our God and worship at his holy mountain, for the Lord our God is holy. Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him. Bless his name. I love this one. For the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. 101. I will sing of steadfast love and justice. To you, O Lord, I will make music. I will ponder the ways that is blameless. Oh, when will you come to me? I will walk with an integrity of heart within my house. I will not set before my eyes anything that is worthless. I hate the work of those who fall away. It shall not cling to me. A perverse heart shall be far from me. I will know nothing of evil. Whoever slanders his neighbor secretly, I will destroy. Whoever has a haughty look and an arrogant heart, I will not endure. I will look with favor on the faithful in the land, that they may dwell with me. He who walks in the way that is blameless shall minister to me. No one who practices deceit shall dwell in my house. No one who utters lies shall continue before my eyes. Morning by morning, I will destroy all the wicked in the land, cutting off all the evildoers from the city of the Lord. '99 has some really good verses in them, and just remembering how holy our Father is. You know, He is the King, and He loves justice. You know, during this time, there were all the nations around them had so many other gods. It's hard to say that we don't understand that as much today, because we tend to make gods of other ways in our time. But these were gods, you know, different type of idols that people worshipped and called out that they were kings, they were gods. And so they knew, I think I was reading, there's Assyria, Babylon, the countries, the nations around them, they had other gods. And so when you said Yahweh is God, He is holy, they were saying there's only one God. Your idols, they're not gods. And there's so much scripture to remind how ridiculous those gods were, and God's people showed them that over and over. So they dealt with that more of just idol type gods, man-made, built-up gods. I'm not saying we don't have man-made gods on different levels today, but they were, you know, made images, wooden images or whatever that they made them out of. And when they say, "Oh Lord our God, you're holy," you're holy. And when it mentions Moses and Aaron and Samuel, I can't stress enough. And I always want to go, my boys, to read from the beginning to here, because when you read the whole Bible to the Psalms, there's all that history, and the Psalms will bring back up that history. And when you know what they're referring to, it just brings Psalms to life, just brings it to life so much more. It's just a wonderful thing. So I encourage you. We will be opening Seeking Scripture towards the end of the year soon. We'll be taking in new membership on our Facebook page. That is a private group that we interact with there and do our daily readings together. But you can begin anytime. You can go to seekingscripture.com and begin today in Genesis 1, whatever works for you. I love Psalm 100. It's a psalm of thanksgiving. It was, where I read about it, it was repeated every day in the temple. Makes sense, doesn't it? Make a joyful noise to the Lord. All the earth, serve the Lord with gladness. Come into His presence with singing. I love that verse 5. For the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and His faithfulness to all generations. I mean, thank goodness, that's us. We're way down the line generations, but that's speaking to us. His faithfulness continues to our generations, to my grandchildren's generation. And then Psalm 101, a psalm of David. I will sing of steadfast love and justice. Some say grace, of His grace. I believe in my CJB. I am singing of grace and justice. I am singing to you, Adonai. I will follow the paths of integrity. When will you come to me? I will run my life with a sincere heart inside my own house. I love that translation too, of grace, because David knew grace. And David's coming down hard here on his commitment to stay away from evil in this chapter 101. And I know, we all know David wasn't perfect and he sinned, but he always repented. As wholeheartedly as he sought Him, he also wholeheartedly repented to the Father. And he says, about his home, and he'll be no wicked. And we know David had lots of trouble in his home at times, but he was always returning and asking for forgiveness and doing better. And so that's a really good 101. Hopefully you'll go back and read these on your own. They're just beautiful psalms, and it's just a beautiful time of year. I'm just so glad to be here reading these Psalms, and I look up and wearing my earrings. I'm pretty sure these little bronze leaves, I have worn them for 28 years. I kid you not. I think Aunt Lala, my Lauren was like 12. I had a little shop, little country shop at my place many years ago, and I sewed the dickens out of these little earrings. They're so lightweight, and I just love them. I've kept this. I actually have a few pair that I kept, but this pair, I just, every year when I can put these on, and I know it's autumn, the season of autumn, you know, I love this time of year, and I love being with my family and my grandboys this time of year, and all the grandkids in my future. Whenever they read this, it's Grammy love of this time of year. And I hear the train that's not too far from my house. I hope this one works, because I have made this video 3 times because Belle, our big old standard poodle, she barked way too many times. Car went by a couple of times and she got a loud bark, so I had to put her up in her room and try it again. So I hope this one's sticking. This one's sticking. So thanks for reading the Psalms with me, and I hope my grandkids get something from this one day when they hear Grammy reading the Psalms to them. See you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.